Hello, welcome. My name is Christine, and welcome to my channel. I had the urge today to come on and do a reading, and the message is I'm gonna say strong because my throat has been wanting to close on itself, and to me, that's a sign that something needs to be said. So here I am. I didn't want to do a reading today, but I have been called to. So I'm struggling with trying to speak clearly. And I got my tea. It's kind of getting cold now, but anyway. So I drew the cards already, and I've been sitting on it, looking at him, and it finally is clear to me. So here I am. We've got a sense of deception in the air. I say that because the moon is present, the Seven of Swords is present, the King of Wands reverse, and the Page of Pentacles reverse. Now, it's weird how I'm looking at it right now. I want you to see. No, I don't want you to see, but I'll just hold it up. The first three cards I drew were these: the Moon, the Fool, and the Seven of Swords. And it looks like what I thought earlier, that the Fool is in between these two energies on the side. The illusions and deception, trickery, slickness. Just look at the guy. Up to no good. And greedy, because he kind of wants to go back and get more. He's looking at the two last swords like, I don't know if he's thinking. To me, he looks like he's thinking about it in stride. The Fool and an illusion. So I got the Moon first, then the Fool, then the Seven of Swords. And it, like I said, the way, especially how this Moon is depicted in this deck, the Fool is depicted in this deck, is like he doesn't want to see what's coming, which is the new beginning. And in the traditional tarot, it's not that he doesn't want to see, it's just he's not seeing the cliff that's approaching. This is pretty much the same thing. He's not seeing what's coming, but he's facing it, He's welcoming it. But with these two cards on either side of the Fool, tells me there is some stagnation, because I feel like there's an energy like holding you back from a new beginning. And I think it has something to do with that Seven of Swords energy. It's deceitful. So I pulled some clarifiers, and what I got for the Moon was the King of Wands reverse. The King of Wands reverse. Okay, I'm just going to stop there. So with the Moon and the King of Wands reverse, there is a person in your life that you're unsure of, that you're not seeing clearly. And this guy is not who you think, I think. And the fact that I said I think is because it's almost the same energy as the Fool towards the King. You think because of what you see, but the Moon casts a light that is sometimes unclear, almost like a mirage, but you're not in the desert. Or maybe you are, I don't know. But it's almost like a mirage, and the clarifier for this is because of this guy, this person in your life. He's a creator. He is a doer, a go-getter, upright. Reverse, he is all those things, but like in a bad way, not so good way, in a more selfish way. self-pleasing kind of attitude. And yeah, with the moon, it just tells me that's why you're in some sort of delusion right now. I think that he's creating. Now, the clarifier for the Fool, the Fool stands for new beginnings and all this jazz, great stuff. But I feel like it was being halted, and the clarifier for that is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups talks about being stuck in the past. And I did say that the Fool feels like it wants to go, but there's, with the two cards, the Moon and the Seven of Swords, being on either side of it, feels like it's stuck. Clarifier for that is the Six of Cups, which is stuck in the past to me. You're stuck in the past. You're stuck on how things used to be and not wanting to take movement forward because you're either wanting that energy back or whatever the case is. Now the third card with the Seven of Swords, that the Sea card, we got the clarifier of the Page of Pentacles reverse. And the Page of Pentacles reverse, together with this card, just speaks of like a very heavy warning. Almost like robbery of your money, of finances. I don't know how or what way, but it's going to be a very slick way of you losing something. And that something has to do with that pentacle. So foundations, finances, something along those lines. And almost, what I've read has to do with like not looking at the fine print and just signing away your life or your pentacle here without even knowing because you didn't look at the fine print. And then you just get screwed over and there goes all your money. But it speaks very heavy of that. So this is almost like a warning that to be careful of what you're signing on, because this person doesn't have your best interest in mind. They want to steal from you, pretty much. And I read somewhere about the moon is the only card that depicts time. And this is literally 14 days. A 14-day card. So I wasn't asking for time, but I just remembered that, wow, this is that, I don't know, it just came to me, or I kind of read it somewhere, that card is the only one that actually has a sense of time behind the card, and it's 14 days. So if you have to sign any kind of documents or anything like that, or if you have to deal with someone, or if you have to make a decision, or whatever the case, that has to do with this kind of new beginning, I think you should wait 2 weeks because things are very unclear right now. Because this person is speaking and doing and creating not in your best interest, not in the right way. And it could be fooling you because you're stuck. You're emotionally stuck in the past. Let me see what's at the bottom of the deck. Oh! Huh. The bottom of the deck is the Death card, reversed. So I instantly connected it to the Fool in the position that it's in here. How, a new beginning wants to happen, but there's things that are holding you back, especially you and your emotions and regarding the past. And this smoky figure of a person coming around, causing confusion. This Death card reverse, there is a transformation that wants to happen, but you're not allowing it. Almost like you're not allowing the new beginning. And this new beginning calls for a transformation. Okay. So So I'm gonna pull an outcome card, because this is a sense of an outcome. The seven of these two. There is a sense of this being the outcome, but I kind of want to go a little further. Oh, actually, before that, I kind of want to see what this new beginning kind of looks like, because there is a sense of hesitation on that. You clearly need to let go of the past, but there is a sense of hesitation. So maybe if we get some more clarification on the outcome of this new beginning, it'll probably help you with making, taking the steps to actually going ahead, letting go, and letting transformation happen, which sometimes is not the easiest thing to go through because it's just rough. You're transforming into something else. It's metamorphosis. It's not a pretty thing. Even fucking werewolves, when they transform werewolves, when the man transforms to the wolf, it's like a gruesome process. But then he's out and he's like, arr, and he goes and starts killing and he's satisfied. But so I just want to see what this new beginning looks like, to maybe encourage you to take the leap. Sorry. I wish there was a pause button somewhere. There isn't. So I want to read up on this card because I actually don't know it reversed, but it's the Knight of Pentacles reverse. So upright to me is a pretty good thing because it means you're on your way to becoming the King of Pentacles, the one that is like the person that you're just the most stable of all the court kings. He is very stable, has everything, has worked hard to get to where he's at, and he's now thriving. But this knight, even though, the knight upright is like the first stages of towards that king status. The fact that he's reversed, I just want to see if it has the same energy or not. I feel like it still has that energy. There's just probably this is probably where you need to work work on your energies. You probably need to be a little more careful with your money. And it literally kind of goes in hand with this. I did ask for an outcome card or not the outcome card, but or like what are we looking at with this new beginning? This new beginning might actually be kind of hard. Since we got these two guys, be careful what you're signing because you might actually lose your money, go broke. And then with this Knight of Pentacles, it shows movement, movement because you got the Page and then you got the Knight of Pentacles, but they're still reversed. So you clearly need to be careful with how you spend your money, or where your money is going, who has your money. Like, you need to be kind of careful on all those fronts. So I'm going to pull one more card after this Knight of Pentacles, what is going on there. And that card popped out. So I don't feel like it was what I wanted. Even though it popped out, I feel like it needed to come out. So you can see that there is progression. It's just you still need to pay attention to your finances, is what I'm getting. With that moon up in the air, things are a little weird. And that things are a little weird with this Knight of Wands guy. Because remember, these two guys kind of came together. The moon and this King of Wands, sorry. So there is a sense of delusion, misconceptions, or just things, your perception's not clear. That flipped over. Yep. You need to let things go. You need to let go of that past, let transformation happen, so you can be defeated and a new dawn starts, and then the full journey begins. I'm just gonna pull cards and see what's up. Like, screw the answers. Ace of Swords reverse. Now, the Ace of Swords reverse, it's still a good card to me. I don't even want to begin to read it as a reverse. It's still here. It's still here. You need to hone in on this gift from the universe of a sword, of a mindset, of a communication, and use it better, and use it to apply it where it needs to be applied, to cut, communicate, and make contact with. I don't know where this card wants to go, but I feel like I wish you can see what's going on here, but I have way too much stuff on my laptop right now to like. Can you see it? Can you see it? Oh yeah, I'm using. You can see my shit. Can you see it? I can't see it. I can't see the screen. But this is the Fool, the Six of Cups, and then the 10 of Swords, and then this is the other energy of the 7, the Page, and the Knight. I feel like this goes right over here, in between both of these flows, in between these two energies. It's reversed right now. You're gonna need that ace. You're gonna need that ace, and you need to work on that. You need to communicate. You need to communicate. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you can see that. There's like so much of a glare. Anyway. You need to hone in on your ace and use it before Mr. 7 of Swords guy comes around and fucks shit up. Pretty much. You need to apply it here. You need to apply it here. And I feel like with it being like this is you don't know you have that ace. You don't know you have it. But I'm telling you now, you do. I wanted to look and look what it is. The Empress and the Choice Decision. The Two of Swords. So with these two guys in the split, I don't know why I was holding them like that, and I just felt like looking. This is at the bottom of the deck, and this was like this. You are the Empress. You are this. There is a decision that you have to make, and it's urgent that you make it, because if you don't make this choice, the universe is going to make the choice for you. And usually when the universe comes into play and to make a decision for you, it's going to be the roughest ride, because you're not taking control, because I mean you're not taking the steps for your highest good by sitting on this choice. This choice might have to do with this King of Wands reverse, this energy, which isn't the greatest. So you should dismiss it, or not even dismiss it, because I feel like if you dismiss it, he's still around. You need to cut it out. Cut this King of Wands out, because this guy is going to come around with some shady shit and steal from you. Very slick like. Almost like you're going to hand it to him. Like the Pentacle. He's like, oh, here you go. You don't want that. So get your head out of the past. Let this happen. It's going to suck. It's a battle. You see all the swords on his back? He just got stabbed in the back like I don't know how many times. And is now on the floor bleeding out. But with this death, as in the death card that we pulled earlier, the Fool can emerge. The new beginning can emerge. I still want to know what kind of new beginning is it. I feel like the new beginning is the robbery shit, because it came after the new beginning. But I also did say in the beginning that the Fool kind of sat in between these two energies, like stuck, almost like a, because it's like friction, friction, and it wants to go. It wants to, but it can't because it's stuck in between these guys. I still want to know. I don't, so like, that's why I'm like, I don't think that the robbery or the deceit and whatever is gonna be after the new beginning. But I still want, because I really don't think so. Even though it fell out that way, I don't think so. But I still want to see what kind of new energy, what kind of fucking new beginning we have. I know it's good. It's gotta be good because of this. I know the card looks horrible, but it's gotta be good because nothing bad comes out of it. It's a new dawn. The sun is gonna rise at the back. And then a new dawn begins. So it's like, getting this card is actually good. It's like, okay, it's fucking finally over. The backstabbing and the worrying and the stress and the fucking the roller coaster of bullshit, you know? It's over. So let's see what this new dawn looks like. Just give us a little sneak peek at what this new dawn looks like for the Fool, huh? Yeah, I'm feeling it now. It took me a minute. I was like, and now I'm like, yeah, let's see. I think I'm just gonna. That's a lot of cards, but the first card I did see was the Queen of Wands. So, okay, it's only 4 cards. I'll take it. So, what the new beginning looks like, because I literally just saw 2 cards out of this, and I'm like, okay. Let me share it with you. So the new beginning, I said, give me a sneak peek of what this new dawn looks like, what this new beginning looks like after all this bullshit. We got the Queen, right? She is all-time great creator. She can create like that. It's done. Almost like a 3D printer. Whatever you want. There it is. That's her. And she's very intuitive because of the cat. Then we have the 6 of Pentacles. You're giving back. You have just enough to give and receive. And there's this beautiful flow of giving and receiving. And that's fucking great. Let's see what else, because you're seeing these just in real time along with me. Then we have the Knight of Chalice, but it's a Knight of Cups. You're on your way to being emotionally stable. And then you have a cup to offer. Let's see. Oh, then you have the 9 of Pentacles. Oye, pero let me just tell you, this new beginning is beautiful. It's beautiful. You're sitting pretty, true manifester, giving to whoever's in need. I mean, it's a very balancing act. It's a balanced card. I mean, it's 6 Pentacles. You see how he has the scale in one hand, and you see my notes on my card. But yeah, this side is emotional and spiritual. You're feeding that, and you're also feeding your material world. So it's very balanced. You know, it's not too much of one. Like, you're putting too much energy in your spiritual world and not enough in your reality. Or putting too much into material world and not enough into your spirituality. It's very balanced here, and it's just feeding it, and it's giving and receiving, and then this Knight of Cups. It's like you're on your way. You know, it's a good position. You're not the Page where you're just like this naive child who can't control your emotions. You're taking it somewhere. You're taking your cup and you're giving, and you're giving, and then you're sitting nicely in your 9 of Pentacles. You're 1 pentacle away from financial fulfillment or stability, or that realm. So this is good. This is beautiful compared to the energy that you're stuck in right now, which is this bullshit. fucking the illusions, the moon, this person who's doesn't really have your best interest, only looking out for himself. This energy with the betraying, probably backstabbing. Some of these swords are probably some of these swords. So maybe you do have to kind of go through it. Maybe. I mean, life is weird like that. Like, sometimes you really do have to go through some dark shit to come out with the light. That's what this is. After the darkest time, a new dawn arises, or whatever the thing is. But the key to all of this is this. Get out of the past. And if you want to be in the past, fine, be in the past. But get out of it, because it's the past. Learn whatever you need to learn from it, so you can take this sword and go through your new beginning. Go through your new beginning. Okay? Okay? Because what awaits after this dark ass time is just simply beautiful. Like, even the cards are like shining. I mean, they are the Golden Tarot, but like, there's pentacles, so many pentacles, fire, energy, emotions. I mean, it's just nice. I want it. So, that's what I got for the tarot. Now, what I'm going to do, I just came alive. I was like, meh. Now I'm all like, yes, guys. Bear with me, okay? So now that we're done with the tarot, it's because it was very nice. I think I want to pull an oracle card for you guys. You know what I want to do? I want to see what's at the bottom of this deck. Ooh, 4 of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. Remember when I said that the moon is the only card that portrays time? I mean, that has a sense of time behind it, because the tarot, you know, is like, even though it said, you know, if you're asking about time and you pick out a time within the tarot is literally divine timing. So whenever it decides to actually happen, it will happen. So with this 4 of Swords, you really do need to rest. You need to rest your soul, you need to rest your mind. You need to literally stop doing something with your hands and just lay there and like replenish your everything. And let all source energy come into you, and like, that's why I said the 10 of Swords. No, the moon card is like the only card that has time. So the moon represents 14 days. So 2 weeks. 2 weeks of rest, I think. Just rest for 2 weeks, see what comes out of it, and then make your choice, whatever it is you gotta do. Okay? Alright. That's nice. So that was at the bottom of the deck. Alright, so now I think I want to pull, since now we gotta rest and stuff, which, I mean, with this quarantine, I think a lot of people are resting in general. We need to continue resting. So, wow. So, I wanted to pull a chakra card because I wanted to see in what area we need to hone in on and like use the energy from that chakra point to drive us. And I got Divine Consciousness. The color on here is so different compared to what's on the card. But anyway, Divine Consciousness is the crown chakra. And I need to read from the thing because I just got these cards and I don't know the description behind it. So give me one moment. I will figure it out. I'm like, where is it? Sorry. I like went blank right now. My mind just went beep. So the Divine Consciousness card, the Crown Chakra. Let me read to you the key points if my Wi-Fi will work. Okay. So Divine Consciousness in my chakra cards, there's a couple. There's like more than one card for each chakra. In the crown chakra, there's 3 cards, and this one is the second one. So it goes universal energy, divine consciousness, and then presence. So divine consciousness doesn't really give me a definition, but the crown chakra is enlightenment, spirituality, consciousness, presence, connection to divine. And it came out upright. So whoever's watching this is already divinely connected. Period. You are being watched over. You are being guided, even through the mud and maybe rocks. You are still being guided to go through these things. This is all a growing process. That's why the death was present. It was a stubborn death. You're being stubborn with it, letting the transformation happen. But whatever. So what I'm trying to say is that it came out upright. You're already divinely connected. You just need to remember, and you need to hone in on that. So when it's balanced, it's gratitude, open to the unexplainable, strong spiritual connection, understanding and living the soul's truth, awareness of higher source, finding answers within, living in the present moment. That was just something. I don't know if, I just said it to maybe it could connect to somebody in some way. But overall, your crown chakra, you need to connect. That's where you need to drive yourself through by using your 7th chakra. Now, with that said, I'm gonna pull. Since that one came out, I want to pull a light worker oracle because I don't really. Well, I can't say I don't really, but for some reason, I don't feel like I should pull these out unless something is telling me to. Well, I think that's with all oracles. But I was originally going to use the Gaia cards because they're very light and the messages are short and sweet. And I feel like that it was probably going to draw me there. And these light worker cards I normally use for myself. But unless it, like since I got divine consciousness, I feel like light worker oracle would be perfect for your divine connection. Because these cards are very much so tapping into that level, the outer frequencies of the body. I mean, just look at the cover. Like, that's what I mean. That's why I was like, okay, I got a crown chakra. We're gonna use light worker oracle for a little message for you. But you see, it's like, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like up in the head, It's like, oh. All right. So let's pull a oracle card for y'all. One flew out, and it is Family of Light. This kind of feels like the same energy of the Four of Swords, which is that resting card. You need to rest. You need to rest your mind, rest your soul, rest it all, so you can make better decisions from there and be more clear with yourself. And because the mind likes to run, and when you're being rushed and when you're being you can't think straight, and then maybe you'll say things that you don't really want to say. Or for example, I was at Pollo Tropical the other day, drive-through, and the lady was rushing me and was just interrupting me when I was asking her a question about something, because I don't really go to Pollo Tropical that much to know the menu like that. And I was just, I don't know. But anyway, she was rushing me, and I was just like being interrupted, being rushed, and I ended up ordering shit I didn't even want. And then when I got to the window, I was just like, you know what? I don't want my food. Thank you so very much. Hi, Quinn. Bye. But that's what I mean. Like, when you're being rushed and stuff, it's like, oh, my daughter's here, so. When you're being rushed, you might end up doing something you don't want to do or you don't want. So it's like, yeah. Resting or taking it slow is actually a very good thing because things can pan out better for you. But let me read from the book, this Family of Light card. Divine consciousness, my friends. Oh, okay. No. Hold on 1 second. Wait. Please. Yes. Just don't touch anything up here. Alright, so I'm going to read from the book. Divine consciousness. Yeah, divine consciousness. And then we get the family of light. And I feel like that is them. That's them in that realm, you know. You got a bunch of people just looking out for you. You have your ancestors, you have your guided spirits, your guides, anybody, man. You have so many people behind you, because if you think about where you came from in life in general, how many lives you lived, and all those lives and all those people who touched you in that life who have passed. I mean, it's a gang of people back there. It's hard to believe sometimes, but yeah. So that's number 17. 1, 7, 7. The 7th chakra. And then 1 and 7 is 8, which is the infinity symbol, because number 8, you know, it's so much. I can go on with all the synchronicities. So, all right, family of light. It's pretty long, so I'm just gonna do like a few sentences. All right, but anyway, the limits that much of humanity. Hold on. Yeah. All right, so family of light. The limits that much of humanity place upon their love, that they will love their own family, country, religion, or community better than they love those on the outside. Do not restrain your heart. Let me read that again, because I think I read it wrong. The limits that much of humanity place upon their love, that they will love their own family, country, religion, or community better than they love those on the outside. Do not restrain your heart. You are capable of loving humanity, of loving all creation on earth as an extended spiritual family. You will love all as your own. You are meant to belong to a broader family of light. While some souls have incarnated to learn about us and them, others have the purpose of teaching unconditional, all-embracing love. You are one of these. You have taken life to love the many, not just the few. So it is time to gently undo the patterns of attempting to fit in. Instead, trust that you are exactly as you were meant to be. When you do, your magnetism will draw love and friendship from those who vibrate at a similar level of consciousness to you. Leave past hurts and rejection behind. You no longer need them to grow. Be brave. Pray to connect to your family of light, not only in spirit but also here on earth. Let them in. Know that you belong here in spirit and in body. To be loved, held, touched, listened to, and accepted just as you are. It kind of reminds me of this meme I posted. That it's, let me see what it says. The meme I posted, it just reminded me, well, what I just read reminded me of this meme. Or this thing. Sorry, guys. But yeah, as I'm looking for this. Even though earlier in the read I was saying, there's a lot of deception and you're stuck in between these two energies, and then I think it's just this one person, you might actually have to just keep giving love to that person, no matter what. Just instead of like hating it and hating them and hating the situation, you're just feeding the negativity. Maybe you should just continue giving love, because that's all you can really do for this person who's driving your world miserable. I don't know. But it said some people underestimate how erotic it is to be understood. And I think that's, the people who get Quinn, stop it. Here. That's your soul tribe, the people who understand you. Those are your family, your spiritual family or not. So I'm going to end the video now because she wants to touch everything. And I just feel she's going to I don't know. But yeah, I hope you like the messages. And just, like I said, give yourself 2 weeks to decide on whatever decision that seems to want to come up. And yeah, until the next time, bye.